Hello Lola, so I'm back. I'm gonna finish my conversation. I had too many old videos on here for and so therefore it shut off on me. I love him laying on his tummy and the way he looks. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not bragging or saying anything, but because he's definitely like with any art have, you know, little things, and my taste and your taste may be different, but for me he's definitely like looks so real. I like walking past him, like I put him on my other sofa in the other room, and I had a little blanket laid out, and I had him like pose like, you know how the babies they're sleeping and everything. I had him like this at one point, but I also had him laying, I'm using his onesie, I had him laying like this, and he just, to me, he had that real look. Let me turn him this way. So I had him laying, you know, down, and to me he just looked so super real in person. But anyway, but yeah, back to what I was saying about painting him. So I painted him like within a week's time. And so in my opinion, yeah, you know, he's really nice. There may be a thing here or there, which when I paint my other the next chase that I paint will be perfected even more. But which I'm gonna be starting very soon. But even though I felt like I was really rushing because I was really trying, like I painted on him all the way up until out the door, literally packing and still like sealing him and stuff. But I spent so many hours up not sleeping trying to get, you know, the layers in and getting them painted and stuff, and which is why he ended up being lighter, because I didn't want to go too dark because I wouldn't have, you know, made it. And Abigail, I had been started painting on her prior to, and just came to a stop. So I kind of, once I finished or got closer to finishing him, or I was kind of painting them a little bit in between, I think, and then once I finished him, then I started back up on her, because I stopped at one point and just concentrated strictly on him so that I can get done. So I started back on my Abigail, baby Abby, which is now, oh wait, I don't know if she's uploaded her box opening. Well, I won't upload this part until she gets, but Abby went to Gianna's Baby World. Well, she did show her on her Instagram. So I concentrated on her, but I was loving the way she was coming out, and I didn't want to rush to the finish line with her. So she didn't make it to the doll show, and that was, you know, the only thing. I was a little frustrated because I wanted to take the two of them to the doll show, because I never painted a Caucasian baby, so I wanted to do that, but I didn't get a chance to. So anyway, I was, you know, happy that she did say that, you know, that they did like her paint style and stuff. I loved her. You know, when you sell a baby, that's the thing. When you're painting, it's so nerve-wracking. You get so nervous because you don't know if someone's gonna like something or hate something, or get it and it's not what they expected or whatever. Because being that I'm a collector first, I know that feeling all too well, and I just always hope that I don't do that with, you know, to somebody else. So I try to send them as many different pictures and different lighting, because the thing about it is, I'll be truthful with a lot of my babies, because I do so many undertones. It depends on what lighting they're in, of what picks up, what colors picks up in them. So when, like, some babies, when I take outside, they may look one way or whatever. And when I first started painting, there was a baby that I really loved. She was a full body one, that I painted. The only full body one I painted. She was, who was it? She was Laura Lee Eagle's baby. One that I won. And I painted her and I loved her to pieces. But when I was taking her to the post office and I hadn't taken her outside. And when I took her outside, I noticed she had a bit more yellow than I would have liked. She was still nice, but I mean, she had a little bit more yellow than I really would have liked. So that really unnerved me. But her mommy at the time, at least what she told me, is that she loved her. So I was good with that. But then if you're in, you know, a different type of lighting, it's going to look even more yellow than what it really is. So that's kind of a bummer part. So I try to balance it, you know, or get it right. And I try to, like, it's funny because I'll go outside and I'll have a head and I'll be like this, walking all the way. Sometimes I walk, if, you know, I'll walk all the way out to the middle of the street if the sunlight is beaming right there, just so I can try to see. So sometimes I do that. Every now and then I don't get to get good sunlight because, like, it's been raining a lot here. So I'm like, oh God, I'll take them outside and get as much as I could to the light, because you see a whole nother thing. And the baby that I'm working on now, I actually took a lamp, a white light lamp, and I have it like beaming in my paint area so I can see a little bit better. I've switched up a few things here and there of what I'm using and stuff like that, so try to get better, try to get neater. Liam, his paint job is it's extremely neat. I took weeks and weeks and weeks. I think it might have even been, I might have painted on him for about a month. I don't know, but I took a long time. I don't know, I can't remember, but I just kept doing a lot, because for me, even though my babies, like, I do the biracial colors or the lighter skinned black babies, or because, like, Chase, although he would be considered in the doll world biracial, he's pretty much the same color as what, like, one of my babies would have been when they were born, you know what I mean? So but they still have quite a bit of layers on them as well. If I go really, really dark, then yeah, the darker baby is gonna have a lot. But I was so excited. My cousin came over, we hung out, we had us some good talk, spilling the tea, talking about all these different shows. We was talking about Damo and Chrissy and T.S. Madison and all them and stuff. We was just like really like just chopping it up, having a good time and stuff, as she rode with me to go pick up Chase's head and stuff. And when I put him together, but she thought Diamond, I had quite a bit of babies out. I'm not gonna name them, but I had a couple of the babies out, and because some of them are not babies that I painted, but she said that Diamond looked the most real to her, and I was really happy about that, because it's been a while. Like, it took me a long time before I was getting the skin tones right, but it's like I was missing a little something to give it that edge. And so now I think I know what that little something is, and I'm trying to give it to all my babies. I think a lot of the last Gabby Gills that I did have that little edge as well. But I've been working so hard, guys, at trying to master the skin tones. I can't talk about that enough. Liam, my guy, said to me, oh, he looks real. And I'm not gonna say the name or anything, but I had a particular baby, and the lady was like, she thought Liam looked more real than the other one. Now, Liam, to me, his eyebrows aren't as perfected as I like. I wish I might even try. I would have tried to take them off, but I don't want to mess his paint up and start over. But I don't want to mess his paint up. They're not bad. When he was at the doll show, another artist looked at him and said that they weren't bad, bad at all. But right after that, I learned a new technique to try to get the eyebrows even better. So that's the thing. Every time you do a baby, you feel like you see something that you want to improve and it seems to get better. It's not to say that the other baby is bad, but it's like you just, you know, you keep evolving. And I think that's what you're supposed to do as an artist. Just like with collecting. You start out and you start getting babies and you don't realize what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, my stomach's starting to hurt. Oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, so it's, you know, it's just one of those things. So anybody that's, you know, painting or starting out painting, you know, just enjoy it. As long as you enjoy it, you will grow in it. And that's my thing. And that's why, like, even to this day, I'm sure I would like get a lot more. I would make a lot more off of selling my babies if I did customs. A lot of people ask me to do painted kits for them and so on and so on. I won't do it. And it's not because I think that person is going to be a problem or they're not going to like my work. It's the pressure of knowing that somebody is waiting on this baby, or the pressure of knowing that they may or may not like it or how it's going to come out. I love having that freedom. And so there's just a few people that I can paint for because they've collected my work and seen my work quite a bit of times. So it's like, okay, if the baby come out a shade darker, you know, or a shade lighter than what we was trying to aim for. Because sometimes when you paint these babies, they go to their own direction. Chase really was supposed to be a darker baby, but I started liking the undertones under him and stuff, and I just like, oh no, we're gonna go right here. So those few particular people, which I haven't really done any custom steel for them, like I did a private baby for one person. I gave one person first option to choose, and as I was painting, I did have that person in mind, and like that. But I haven't really done customs. I only done one true custom, and that was for Mario. That was just one true custom, and we had talked about that from long time ago of me doing it. And she paints herself, and I know she understands it, and she didn't give me no really direction, but I know she like I know what skin tone she kind of like, and it was just really easy. It wasn't no stress in it, and I, you know, just paint it with love, and it just works. But that's just the thing, you know. I have had someone critique my work, and you know, they were saying different things that, you know, what I need to do, like soften up a little this and a little that or whatever. And I've been working on those things. I don't like when they tell me those things. I really don't. I'll be honest with you. I hate when they tell me that. Sometimes I get so mad, and I be like, okay, you know, I'm not perfect. That's what I'm not perfect, and I can't get everything right, you know. I'm just learning how to do that. Or they'll say, why don't you start doing this? And I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna try it. Nope. My daughter will be like, why don't you do? No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna try to do this. I'm not gonna try to do that. And then the next thing you know, I'll be in there by myself, and I'll notice that I'll be in there working so hard trying to get that one thing that they talked about right. And I started doing it. She used to tell me all the time, if only you, this is what my daughter used to say to me. I used to hate when she say this. If only you would put as much as you put in the feet and the hands in the face. That used to burn the heck out of me. I used to be like, why would she say that? And I guess what she was trying to say is like the depth and the contrast and the transitioning of the paint or whatever. I don't know. But one day she came here, and I promise you, I never thought I needed approval from my child. Like, I felt like she was the mom in this way, because she's really the true natural artist. And so when she came in one day and she said, oh my God, finally, like what she said about the fingernails, finally you did the nails, finally you did the face, like the face, you know, you put work in the face. She was like, or oh, one time she said this, she said, she said, oh, when you got that baby? And I said, I painted. She said, you painted that one? Girl, what? So she was like, oh wow. She was like, you need to keep that one, or she'll say you need to sell that one for a lot of money because that one is really, really nice. And I'm like, so what you trying to say? But in that moment, it was like, yes! It's like, I made it, I made it, I made it, but no, you do. But you know, there's been times where she's like, I like your painting, Mom, but that sculpt is ugly, you know. Or she'll be like, I like the sculpt, but you should have did this, you should have had less of this, or you should have had more of that. Or she don't understand like how the painting really goes. She'll say, you need to go back and add this, and I'm like, it's already sealed, I'm not doing all that. Like, you know, I was just like, oh, I'll just do it on the next baby or whatever. Nene, she said Nene looked really good, but she said I did a little bit too much of one particular color, which I'm not gonna tell y'all. And she was like, you need to take a little bit less out of that out of her, but which I actually like, and I think actually was good in her. Nene, I don't know. I think Nene just needs, I just need to, you know, always have Nene hair done and finish up rooting her hair because it's not really fully rooted. But Nene, I love Nene because she's like really, really dark. Anyway, ciao. I'll talk to you guys later. I don't wore y'all ears out over painting, but I'm sure some of the people that is just starting out might appreciate this little chat, I hope. But if not, y'all just move on to the next video because, girl, I've been a motor mouth for sure in this video. But we'll talk later. Bye-bye now.